It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne to the 43, second down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
17 carries, 74 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Another toe for Etienne.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You talk about this Lions defense.
Well, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
The left side completion to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
That escapes the sack. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Now Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now out come the Jags.
And they are losers of two straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the interception, here's Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits 1 behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On second down, ETN once more. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Lawrence. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Rough incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, Lawrence.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
That's taken at around the 40.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive first and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
94 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
Dances by him. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it is 42-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Now Lawrence on first down.
A short throw to Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create
touchdown Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards.
And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
Well, there you see it. A hat trick of touchdowns, and we're in the first half. I'm betting that he was over there saying, feed me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I got to eat.
There is no doubt, and he's real hungry right now, isn't he? I mean, let's be honest about the whole thing. We don't have to be on the field to understand.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw to Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now 2nd and 9. Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Gone.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Oh, look at the juke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Lawrence
keeps himself upright. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
out of the gun. It's Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Keely Ringo.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Another run for Gibbs here.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.